Hello, sports fans. I want to welcome everyone to another edition of Sportsmemo's Pro Football Forecast. I'm your host, world champion handicapper, Las Vegas's biggest daily sports bettor, Joe D'Amico. My friends, you're going to receive a ton, and I mean a ton, of free winners from some of Sportsmemo's documented winning cappers. Providing today's winners, Mr. Jesse Schule, Mr. Kevin Thomas, Mr. Ronald Cabang, and yours truly, Joe D'Amico. Everyone, during this show, you're going to see these discounts. Scroll across the bottom of your screen. Take advantage of those discounts. They're here to benefit you. And today's discount, it's a biggie. Any capper, 7-day all-access package, 50% off. Use that code you see, Forecast7. Wow, it's the best we've had yet. And guys, if you like what you hear, like and follow the Sports Memo YouTube channel and our Twitter page. And by all means, repost us. Even if you don't like something, let us know that, because we want to keep coming back to you and giving you really good content and a ton of free winners. Let's meet today's panel. I love them. You love them. We all love them. Mr. Jesse Schule, Mr. Kevin Thomas, Mr. Ronald Cabang. Welcome, everyone. We're going to go right into it. We're going to go right into our free NFL Sunday winners for you. We're going to go with the man, the myth, the legend, the body himself, Mr. Jesse Schule. Jesse, welcome to the show. Can you tell everyone your first free NFL winner, please?
Well, Joe, I'm looking at the Sunday night game. I got the Cowboys Vikes total under 55. This total opened at 51.5, and it quickly got bet up as everybody's anticipating a pretty high score here with that Cowboys offense that's firing on all cylinders. But you might want to pump the brakes on that just a little bit because Dak is banged up. He's dealing with a calf injury, but I do expect Dak to play this game, but McCarthy might be a little conservative with the play calling. If I was him, I'd lean on the running game. They still have Ezekiel Elliott. The last three head-to-head meetings between these two teams was a listed total under 50. The Vikings defense isn't getting a ton of respect. They've allowed 16 points per game in their last three home games. I think this total is too high. I'm going to go with the under.
All righty. Mr. Jesse Schule taking the under in the Cowboys Vikings. Jesse, you're doing some amazing work over at Sports Memo. Can you tell our viewers basically what you have on the premium side, NFL this weekend, please?
Well, you already got one of my premium picks for Sunday night, but I do have a play on the side as well. And I have 3-4 more other NFL plays in addition with CFL, soccer, NBA, NHL. Look for upwards of 10 plays on both Saturday and on Sunday.
Mr. Jesse Schule. Guys, one thing about Jesse is he does put out a lot of different sports, and I see his name on the leaderboards of multiple sports. Go there. Take advantage of that 7-day all-inclusive package, 50% off, Forecast7 on your checkout. Guys, you're going to get it for pennies on the dollar. We're going to go from one perennial on the leaderboards to another, and I love him. You love him. Apparently, he likes the Packers. I'll tell you that. Mr. Kevin Thomas. Kevin, can you tell everybody your first big free NFL winner, please?
I'm on the over on the Buffalo Dolphins game at 49.5. Last time they met 9-19, that was a 0-35 game. Dolphins with the big 0. But as we all know, Tua, he knows it. We all know it. Deshaun Watson, we're hearing about it. Sam Ross, he likes Deshaun Watson. He's actually made a verbal deal, but he wants to make sure all those charges are not dropped or taken care of before they would sign a deal. So I think this is Tua's time now. It's now or never. And, they're only averaging 18.1 points a game, but you got to remember he was out for 4 of those games. And now you got the Buffalo Bills off a bye week, averaging 33.8 points a game. Buffalo ain't going to roll over for them here, so I'm expecting lots of points, and I'm expecting Tua with his legs and with a healthy Parker back, Waddle. He's got to do it. It's here now, so let's lock in that over for an easy win.
Mr. Kevin Thomas, perennial on the Sports Memo leaderboards, telling you take over in the Bills Dolphins. Kevin, can you tell everyone else what you've got going on, premium side maybe, in the NFL, please?
Yeah, you just wait till Saturday. That's when I lock in my Sunday, and I always put up 3 to 5 picks and give a good pass on that. I'm hitting over 54% for the season in NFL, and I'm actually doing just as good in college, 8-4 last 12. So can't go wrong with either of those days. So just make sure you're checking it out, looking it in, take advantage of this 7-day capper package deal. But it'll be up Saturday for sure.
There you go. Mr. Kevin Thomas. I love him, man. By the way, is it me or did Kevin Thomas do something different with his hair today? Anyway, guys, I have no room to talk, guys. I've got no hair. But if you dated my ex, you wouldn't even have eyebrows. That's a fact. Now, guys, our next guest, you may not know it. All right? I didn't know it. He had a big hit back in the 90s with Cabang. No, I'm just kidding. We call him the Cabang King because he's always on the leaderboards. Mr. Ronald Cabang. Ronald, can you tell us what you have going on as far as a free play NFL this weekend for all of our viewers, buddy?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Panthers and Falcons game. The Falcons have won 2 in a row now and are sitting at 3-3. The Panthers have lost 4 straight since the McCaffrey injury. The Falcons may look like a easy win for the Falcons, but their last 3 wins, or the 3 wins of the season, have been against the Dolphins, Jets, and the Giants. So they don't really have any impressive wins yet. I'm not a big Darnold fan, but I do think he bounces back after getting benched last week. I think that's what starting quarterbacks do. They just got to come back after getting embarrassed like that. I just trust the Panthers defense as well, way more than I do than the Falcons. This might sound crazy, but after that poor performance against the Giants last week, I'm going to take the Panthers +3.
Guys, Mr. Ronald Cabang himself taking the Panthers plus the points. Ronald, you're doing some amazing work over at Sportsmemo. I mean, I see your name on the leaderboards every time I click on it, every morning. Kind of pisses me off. No, it doesn't. I'm very happy for you. You're always on the leaderboards. Can you tell everybody out there basically what you got going on? Premium side, NFL this weekend, please.
Yeah, so last weekend wasn't great. I went 0-2, but right before that, I was on a 7-game win streak, and I just want to get back into that groove again. So it looks like I might have about 2 premium NFL plays. So hoping to go 2-0 this weekend, and I'll also always be having my NBA plays up as well.
Mr. Ronald Cabang, go down there. Go to Sportsmemo. Grab his 7-day all-inclusive package, guys. 50% off with Forecast 7 across the bottom of your screen. Guys, it's a very, very exciting time now. My dear friend, Jesse Schule, talked about this game on the total. Now, not normally, we like to give you a variety. We don't like to, if we were on the same games or whatnot, we don't want to do that. We want to give you a variety, and that's what we're doing here. I like the same matchup that Jesse talked about in his total, the Cowboys Vikings. I'm going to go with the side here, guys. And I do understand that Dak Prescott is a little banged up or whatnot. He's going to play. He's going to play. He's going to play. And just like me, I'm going to keep this analysis very short and truly sweet. And I am short and sweet. Guys, the Minnesota offense has been erratic, to say the least, while Dallas's defense is still springing leaks. Their offense has been so outstanding. It has been allowed the team to rattle off 5 consecutive straight-up wins and covers in all 6 contests this season. With the backfield combo of Elliott and Pollard, the Cowboys on the number 2 rushing attack in the NFL. This doesn't bode well for the Vikings defense here, who is a little soft during the rush. Now, I do agree with Jesse overall that it should go under, but I'm going to tell you this. I don't feel that the Minnesota lackluster offense can keep pace with the Dallas's scoring unit. I really don't. I think despite Dak being a little banged up, laying 2.5 here is a gift. I like the Cowboys to stay hot. Oh, one more thing, guys. At home, Minnesota, point spread poison. 1-6 against the spread the last 7 at US Bank Field. Under the field goal, I think is an early Christmas present. Once again, take the Cowboys. Guys, this is the time in the show where I tell you about what I did when I spoke to some of my friends over at the Superbook at the Westgate, my favorite book to go bet a game, to go watch a game. They tell me about certain line movements and who moved them. Not too many movements in the NFL this week, and I'm going to tell you what they told me. They said that over the last few weeks, they're seeing less action before the Saturday games on the Sunday games. So basically what that tells me, and it tells all of us, is the general public out there are betting the NFL games after they take a beating on Sunday on their own. And that's why you must follow the proven winning documented cappers that you see on this panel. Ronald Cabang, Kevin Thomas, Jesse Schule, and myself. And if you don't want to follow us, go over to Sportsmemo because they have the best panel anywhere of documented winning cappers. So let me tell you about the games that have moved, guys. The total in the Bengals-Jets went from 44 to 42. So obviously they're betting that total on the Cowboys-Vikings. Hey, Jesse, we were talking about this game. They've been from 53 to 55. And, which I love because the general public are losers. We know this. You like the under. That even makes it more valid. Validates it more for me that you should follow Jesse's free play. We're going to go right back into more free play winners, guys. And once again, real quick, sports fans, we would love it if you followed the Sports Memo YouTube channel. It's 100% free. And also follow us on our Twitter page as well. Like, comment, and share our posts, please. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't. We want to keep coming back, giving you good, solid content, having a few laughs, but really giving you tons of free winners because we know you love them winners. If you like those winners, you're going to love our premium plays. Go over to Sports Memo. Any capper on this show, 7-day all-inclusive package, 50% off. Use forecast 7, on the way out. And you'll get that 50% discount. We're going to go right back into another free winner from the man, the myth, the legend. We call him the body. You know him as Jesse Schule. Jesse. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jesse Schule. Jesse.
Yeah, Joe, I got my eye on another total that the public's been betting up. The Colts Titans. Now, this is going to be a big game in this division. Could mean the division. If the Colts lose this one, they're out of it. And the line's been bet up several points from opening to over 51 now. So the Colts are perhaps a little bit better than people expect. They've won 3 of their last 4, and they've only allowed an average of 13 points per game in those 3 wins. The Titans just held the Chiefs to a field goal and a 27-3 win, so their defense is also perhaps a little underrated. The total was listed under 50 in 5 of the last 6 head-to-head meetings between these two teams, and the Titans won 25-16 against Indianapolis earlier this season. I just think it's too many points. I'm going to fade the movement here and go with the under.
Jesse Schule says fade the under. Colts, Titans, under 51.5. It sounds like a winner to me, guys. Let's go right back in. You love him. We love him. I think he likes the Packers too, guys. Mr. Kevin Thomas. Kevin, can you tell us your second free NFL winner?
Well, like I always say, when I start off, I'm looking at the bets and the money. And when I saw 21% of the bets and 59% of the money on this one, I locked it in right away. And this is going to be one of my premium picks that you're getting free right here. I got the Houston Texans plus 14.5. Matthew Stafford coming off a very emotional game. We all knew he was going to beat the Lions. I knew he wasn't going to cover that game. People are like, how's that? Well, he played for the Lions for how many years? So that was a big win for him. And his team is 1-5 ATS against teams with losing records last 6. Now we're going to look at the Texans. They just sent Mark Ingram away to the Saints. They're fire sale, and these guys want to play on winning teams. So I see Brandon Cooks, who might end up being a Packer by the end of next week. You got Tyrod Taylor that they're saying is going to play. So now the backfield's not all jumbled up. You got 2 running backs, and I think David Johnson's going to do enough here to keep this close, really close. Take the 14.5 plus Houston for an easy win.
Kevin Thomas says take the 14.5 with Houston. Easy win. Sports fans, I want to tell you something that I've noticed just now, and I wrote some notes. After soaking up Ronald's first round, then Jesse's second, and Kevin's second, listening to Kevin Thomas telling you an angle, a betting angle, man, that's gold. He told you his betting angle. Jesse mentioned before he's going to fade the public. That is gold. And Ronald in the first round was very honest. He was transparent about not having the greatest day last week in the NFL. And the transparency, you see what you get when you come to Sports Memo. You're getting gold content. You're getting total sincerity and transparency. This is very uncommon in the world, let alone in this business. And that's what separates Sports Memo from the rest. So let's go right into another winner from Ronald Cabang, guys. I love him. You love him. Shebang, Ronald Cabang. Tell us what you got Sunday.
Yeah, for the Steelers and Browns game, the Browns barely came out with a W last week, and I believe Keenum will start again this week. It looks like they may also get Chubb back at the very least. The Steelers, they look fairly healthy other than Juju being out for the year, obviously, and they will be rested coming off a bye week too. This also allows them some extra time to prep for this key divisional matchup. The Browns defense has been solid for the most part of the season, but the Chargers and the Cardinals game kind of showed that the Browns D can be scored on, and I do think the Steelers have the weapons to do it. I think Big Ben makes big plays this weekend. Najee makes a statement game here as well. I'll take the Steelers plus 3.5. I do think they have a solid chance to win outright, but if not, that half point might be crucial. So if you think it's going to go down to 3, I would rather grab it now at 3.5 and just lock that in.
There you go. Ronald Cabang saying, lock it down right now. That's what my wife did to me after our first date. She locked it down. Suckered me and locked it down. Ronald, great advice. I love it. Sports fans, once again, that 7-day all-inclusive package, 50% off. Use it. Jesse, Kevin, Ronald, myself. Or I'm going to tell you right now, it is a big deal because you're going to pay less than the price of lunch for a ton of winners from some of the best handicappers on the planet and some of the best that Sports Memo has to offer. I have another free winner that, guys, this really stood out to me, and I love it. I'll be honest with you. I want to talk about Tennessee Titans here. Tennessee has emerged as a true force in the AFC right now, 2 games ahead of Indy in the South, and they can put some real distance between them and the second-place team with the win here. Guys, if you're worried about a letdown situation here, don't be. If that was the case, it would have happened last week. If you recall 2 weeks ago, they took down the Bills, then followed it up last week with a 27-3 smackdown of the Chiefs. Indy's a good team. I'm not looking to take anything away from them, guys. However, they really haven't faced the same level of competition thus far in the season. So it's harder to gauge that. The Colts are one-dimensional offensively. They rely solely on the run. The Titans, one of the best in the NFL, is stuffing the run. And speaking of stuffing the run, it is going to be a hard task for the Colts here because I want to say 2 words to you. Derrick Henry. The guy's a stud. 869 yards rushing, 10 TDs on the ground. His ball carrying will control the clock, the tempo. Wear down the mediocre Indy stop unit. These 2 teams met a month ago. Tennessee beat them 25-16 for the winning cover. The Colts 3-7 against the number. The last 10 versus the AFC South. I think that this line is a little off. I don't see a big blowout here, so I do agree with Jesse's total play here. It's funny how great minds think alike. Jesse had 2 totals, and I had 2 sides in the same games. Great minds think alike. Guys, I like this play a lot, and it might even make it to my premium sub, but you're going to get it free right here. Once again, guys, the Sports Memo YouTube channel. Go over there, like it. All right, comment. It's 100% free. It takes 2 seconds. Also, follow us on our Twitter page. I'm very excited about this week. I really am. And, we had a couple of technical issues. That's okay. My fault. My bad. Won't happen again. But I want to thank everybody. Before I do that, let me run down the games once again. Jesse Schule under in the Cowboys Vikings. He also had under in the Colts Titans. Mr. Kevin Thomas over in the Bills Dolphins. He also came in with the Texans plus those ton of points. Ronald Cabang, the Panthers plus the points, the Steelers plus the points. Sounds like 2 winners to me, Ronald. And Joey D, your gracious host, the Titans and the Cowboys. I like them both. I'm not looking blowouts here, but I like both lines there right now. Get them in now. Guys, I want to thank Sports Memo, your one-stop shop for all your sports betting needs, our wonderful panel of experts. Most of all, I want to thank you, our viewers. Keep tuning in, and we'll keep coming back, supplying some good content, a few laughs, and a ton of free winners. On behalf of Sports Memo, Mr. Jesse Schule, Mr. Kevin Thomas, Mr. Ron Cabang, I'm Joe D'Amico. Good luck and have a winning day.